Imagine this for a moment. You're holding a bag of 15,329 CASPA tokens today, worth around $1,300. But fast forward just a couple of years. What if that same bag could be worth $10,000, $30,000, or even more than $75,000? Sounds insane, right? Well, CASPA isn't your average crypto project built on hype and marketing. Behind the scenes, its architecture is unlike anything we've seen before, and it's quietly building the kind of foundation that could shake up the entire blockchain industry. The real question is, can CASPA actually live up to its potential? And what does that mean for your bag by 2026? Stick with me until the end of this video, because we're going to break it all down, from the technology, to the upcoming smart contracts, to the risks you absolutely need to know before betting big. CASPA has been one of the most talked about altcoins over the past year, and not just because of hype. Its fundamentals, combined with a fair launch and groundbreaking tech, are giving it an edge in a crowded market of Layer 1 blockchains. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into what makes CASPA stand out, how its unique architecture works, what the roadmap looks like, and of course, how much your 15,329 tokens could realistically be worth by 2026. At the moment, CASPA trades at about 8.8 cents, with a market cap of roughly $2.3 billion. With a circulating supply around 26.6 billion coins, your 15,329 tokens are worth around $1,348 today. That's not bad, but as we've seen in the past, CASPA is the kind of project where price action can move dramatically once momentum starts building. The upside potential by 2026 is what has investors so excited. But before we get into price predictions, let's first understand what makes CASPA so different. CASPA isn't just another blockchain trying to copy Ethereum or Solana. Instead of using a traditional blockchain structure, it runs on something called a BLOCKDAG, powered by the GhostDG protocol. Here's the big difference. Blockchains like Ethereum or Solana add one block at a time, in a single chain. If two blocks are created at the same moment, one gets discarded, slowing down the process. CASPA does things differently. It can accept multiple blocks simultaneously, weaving them together into a directed acyclic graph, or DG for short. What does that mean in plain English? CASPA can handle much more throughput, confirm transactions almost instantly, and avoid the bottlenecks that drag other blockchains down. Right now, CASPA already produces 10 blocks per second, which is light years ahead of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But that's just the beginning. The long-term vision is scaling to potentially hundreds of blocks per second, creating a payment and settlement layer that feels as fast and seamless as swiping a credit card. But speed alone doesn't tell the full story. Unlike many projects that launched with insider allocations, venture capital advantages, or massive pre-mined bags, CASPA had none of that. Every single coin has been mined through proof of work. No VCs, no hidden wallets, no unfair distribution. That makes CASPA one of the most decentralized projects in the top 100, and in a world where trust and fairness are constantly questioned in crypto, this gives it a serious advantage. Here's where things get really interesting. By August 2025, CASPA is set to launch smart contracts. Until now, CASPA has primarily functioned as a super-fast payments and settlement network. But with smart contracts, the possibilities explode. DeFi protocols, NFT platforms, gaming ecosystems, even real-world asset tokenization. Suddenly, CASPA isn't just a fast chain, it becomes a programmable global financial system. This catalyst alone could fundamentally transform CASPA's adoption curve. So, what does all this mean for your 15,329 tokens? At today's price of about $0.088, your bag is worth $1,348. If CASPA climbs to 20 cents, those same tokens are worth $3,065, with a market cap around $5. 3 billion. At 50 cents, your bag grows to $7,664, with a market cap near $13.3 billion. That would place Kaspa among the top 25 cryptocurrencies. At $1, your 15,329 tokens equal $15,329 in value, with a market cap of $26.6 billion. At $2, that's $30,658, with Kaspa sitting at a market cap of $53 billion, firmly among the elite layer ones. And if Kaspa ever hits $5, your bag becomes a massive $76,645, with a market cap of about $133 billion. Ambitious? Definitely. But impossible? Not necessarily, especially if adoption takes off. Of course, potential is only one side of the coin. There are risks too. The biggest question is whether developers and businesses will actually build on Kaspa once smart contracts go live. Ethereum and Solana already have thriving ecosystems, and Kaspa will need to play catch-up fast. Competition is fierce, with dozens of Layer 1s fighting for dominance. Solana dominates NFTs and DeFi speed, Algorand focuses on enterprise, VeChain is huge in supply chains. Kaspa's niche is speed and decentralization, but will that be enough to carve out meaningful market share? And then there's the proof-of-work question. While POW adds security and fairness, it also raises sustainability debates. Kaspa's long-term success may depend on proving that its BLOCKDAG design can scale without massive energy waste. Despite these challenges, Kaspa has strengths that most competitors don't. A fair launch with no insider dominance. Unique technology solving bottlenecks that have plagued blockchains for over a decade. A clear roadmap, scale throughput, launch smart contracts, and build a decentralized ecosystem. For investors, this combination of fairness, innovation, and scalability makes Kaspa one of the most intriguing plays in the Layer 1 space. So, where does this leave your 15,329 tokens by 2026? In a conservative scenario, if growth slows, your bag might hover between $1,500 and $3,000. In a moderate adoption scenario, smart contracts drive growth, and your bag could hit $10,000 to $30,000. In a best-case scenario, Kaspa becomes the go-to decentralized, high-speed payment layer. That $1,300 bag today could be worth $75,000 or more. Remember, Kaspa has already shocked the market once, going from under a penny to multiple cents in a short span. The real question is whether it can sustain that momentum with real-world use cases. If it can, then holding on to your Kaspa today might turn out to be one of the best crypto investments of the decade. So, will Kaspa be the next major player in the blockchain space, or just another project that never reached its potential? Time will tell. But one thing is certain. If adoption comes, those holding Kaspa today could be looking at life-changing returns. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Kaspa can realistically hit $1, $2, or even $5 in the next couple of years? Drop your price predictions in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next deep dive into the world of crypto.